Welcome back, everyone, to Season 3, Episode 13 of the Inside the Woods podcast, a Valley News show where every week we've been giving you an inside look at Dartmouth Big Green athletics, and this time around, we'll take to the ice to dig into the men's hockey team. I'm your host, Mike Coughlin.
Here's Nick Pierre again. Holding, waiting, shooting. That's wide. Heavy Karam. Oh, it's saved by Foley at the side of the goal. And the Big Green hold on. CJ Foley with a game saver. And the second career shutout for Emmett Crotto, the first this season. And the Big Green go to 8-0.
That's how the end of the men's hockey team's latest matchup sounded on the ESPN Plus broadcast. The Big Green, who are still unbeaten at 8-0 overall and 4-0 in conference play, picked up a 1-0 win over Merrimack at home on Saturday, thanks to a goal from ECAC Defender of the Week CJ Foley, some solid defense, and goaltending from Emmett Crotto. But before that, the Big Green picked up a 7-2 victory at home against Vermont on Friday. The victory featured 7 different goal scorers for Vermont. This week, I have head coach Reid Cashman on the show to talk about his squad, who is ranked number 10 in the nation, and how it can keep its winning ways going with upcoming games against Brown and Yale. In addition to Reid, I spoke with junior defenseman CJ Foley, who was coming off a season last year chock full of accolades, including being a unanimous selection to the All-ECAC first team, to get his thoughts on the team's hot start. With introductions out of the way, let's get to our first interview. Now joining me on the show is junior defenseman CJ Foley. CJ is the reigning Ivy League Player of the Year and has picked up right where he left off with 5 assists and 2 goals so far this season. Hey CJ, thanks for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me.
So you and your teammates have gotten off to a great start this season, have yet to lose a game. What would you credit such a strong start to?
Yeah, there's so many things going right now for our group. One of the big things that has been excellent so far is our goalies. They've been great. They've made all the saves that they've had to and bailed us out so many times. And especially as a defenseman, they give me and the whole team so much confidence to play the way that we want to play, knowing that we have that layer of defense behind us to bail us out. So they've been great. And then also our freshmen have been awesome. They've all taken on huge roles for themselves, and they've been great to have around and very mature kids, and it's been great to have them.
Right, and as I mentioned, entering this season, you were coming off a year in which you were named the Ivy League Player of the Year. How did you approach this offseason so you were prepared to, either match or exceed your output from last season?
Yeah, I mean nothing really changes with how we approach the off season and each year. It's always how can I build off the next and keep building is the main thing we say. We talk a lot about growth in the locker room and how can we grow as a group and individually. And um, I think like the team goal and a goal for myself is to just show up and be great every day. We have a saying to hold yourself to the highest possible standard and hold your teammates to that same standard. And I think that's what we're trying to do every day. Wake up every time you put on the skates, you want to be great and hold your teammates to that same standard. And yeah, it's easy. Like right now, the biggest thing I think we're battling is our mindset, especially being 8-0. Guys are winning awards, getting recognition. I think it's very important that we don't look too far ahead and just keep trying to be great every day, stay in the present and be great, be great now.
Right, that kind of leads into my next question. The team is ranked number 10 nationally. You talk about the recognition. What does it mean to you and the other guys in the locker room to get that kind of national recognition for the work you guys have put in so far?
Yeah, it means something, of course. We're very happy to be getting that recognition. And it's great, like to see the hard work that we work so hard all year round, the coaches, the staff, the players, like there's so much that goes into it. So just looking at the polls and seeing us ranked 10th right now, like it it means a ton, and it makes me personally so happy, especially from where the program started to this is my third year and where we are now. But it really can't creep into our daily habits, and it's something that we're slightly aware of, but it's not. it doesn't matter. It really being 8-0 to start the year is great, and we set ourselves up for to have a great season. But that's not the goal. Is to just be 8-0 and that's it. That's a great year because we're 8-0. No, like we want to be unstoppable come playoffs, and we wanna we want to win a lot this year. So while it means something, it it really doesn't mean too much for us every day.
Right. And then finally, when we have student athletes on the show, we like to ask about your studies and time at Dartmouth. Could you tell our audience what you're studying and how you've enjoyed being in Hanover so far?
Yeah, so I'm a PPE major. It's politics, philosophy, economics, and I've I've loved my time here at Dartmouth. It's been unbelievable. Just being a part of the team, spend time in this community. It's such a tight knit community and group of guys that we have, and yeah, I've loved it. Just spending time. The best part for me, honestly, is just spending time with the boys on the team. I have three awesome roommates, Matt Fusco, Tucker McRae, Alex Krause, and especially in winter when there's not much school going on. We're on break right now. We're just playing hockey. It's a great opportunity to just hang out with your friends and really get to know each other. And I think that's also led to why we're having so much success on the ice is because of the community that we're in that's just so close. And whether it's just like watching a movie on a Tuesday night together or grabbing lunch, it means so much, and it's been great for me. It's been my favorite part. It's just the people around me that I've been spending time with.
Great. Well, thanks very much, CJ, again for coming on the show. I appreciate it, and I wish you and your teammates luck this weekend.
Thank you.
Before we get to our interview with Reid, let's take a look inside the numbers at the men's hockey team's upcoming matchups. The Big Green will first welcome the Brown Bears to town on Friday night. The Bears are 3-7 overall and are riding a 2-game losing streak. Brown, which has not beaten the Big Green since the 2023-2024 season, will have a steep hill to climb to come up with a win, considering Dartmouth boasts the number 2 scoring offense and number 1 scoring defense in the nation. While the Big Green average more than 4 goals a game and allow just over 1, the Bears allow 3 per game on average, which is tied for 33rd in the nation, and average 2 goals per game, which is 58th. Then, on Saturday, Yale, who is 4-5 overall, will come to Thompson Arena. The Bulldogs lost their latest matchup against Omaha on Saturday and will travel to Harvard on Friday. Yale is currently ranked 53rd in the nation in scoring offense, averaging about 2 goals per game, while allowing about 3 goals per game on average, which is tied 33rd. These squads last faced off about a month ago, and the Big Green came away victorious at home 6-1. With that said, let's transition from the numbers to our final interview of this week's show with Reid. Joining me on the show again is Big Green men's hockey coach Reid Cashman. Reid's squad remains unbeaten and most recently picked up wins over Vermont on Friday and Merrimack on Saturday. Hey, Coach, thanks for coming on the show.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
As I mentioned, your team picked up a win over the Catamounts 7-2 and another 1-0 over the Warriors. What were your biggest takeaways from your squad's latest wins?
Yeah, they're just two totally different games, which I was excited that we, could win different kinds of games. Scoring 7 goals on Friday and 7 different goal scorers, and then coming back Saturday and our goaltending, Emmett Crota was excellent, and winning kind of that 1-0, really tight nail biter. So really proud of the effort and think we can learn a lot from both of those games.
Right, and your team is up to 10th in the rankings. The Big Green even received a first-place vote in the most recent national polls. Also, College Hockey News named Dartmouth the team of the week on Tuesday because of your hot start. What does it mean to the locker room to get this kind of national recognition?
Well, I think the guys are really proud of our program and what we're doing, but I also we spend a lot of time talking about how little that has to do with what our actual job is and how important it is that we prepare the right way for Brown and Yale this weekend and just stay really kind of focused on the day-to-day. The more success we have, the more voices there are, which is a good thing, but it also means our opponents can be that much more prepared for us. And so there's a balance there. Again, I know they're really proud of Dartmouth hockey and this team, but really trying to stay focused on the day-to-day and just trying to get better every day.
Right, and Friday's matchup with Brown marks the third game of a 5-game homestand where obviously you guys don't have to travel as much. You can prepare and play on home ice. For a coach, what are the benefits of a sustained homestand like the one you guys kind of have now?
Yeah, I mean, just, we're familiar. You're familiar with your rink. You're familiar. You got your locker room, your training facilities. You have access to everything that you need as opposed to going on the road. For us in particular, this time of the year is really good because our guys are out of school, right? They're on break from basically Thanksgiving to New Year's. And so we can really, take advantage of our weight room and nutrition and we just didn't sleep. And so we just feel like these 3 weeks is an opportunity for us to continue to build. And then we want to be better. We weren't as good at Thompson Arena last year as we wanted to be. And going into the year, we made that a huge emphasis that we need to make this a really hard building to play in. And so far, so good with that.
Right. And, 8 games into the season for your team, and you guys lead the nation in scoring margin. You've given up just 9 goals and are averaging over 4 goals a game. How does your team sustain that type of success on both sides of the ice going forward?
Well, I think they go hand in hand. I mean, I think we're a good defensive hockey team because we have the puck a lot, and I think that's where when you can defend fast and get the puck, you have more energy to play offense. You can wear opponents down. I think one of our strengths is breaking pucks out clean. So again, I don't think when we're playing our best hockey, we don't spend a ton of time in the D zone. We don't give up a ton of shots, and so that's just will continue to be our focus. We really don't talk about our goals against, and we really don't talk about scoring goals. It's more of how do we create chances? How do we break pucks out? How's our stick detail? And we become really habit focused, and then the results kind of take care of themselves. So that's what we'll continue to do is just build those habits that lead to successful results.
Right, and then finally, Coach, as you and your staff have been preparing for your next opponents in Brown and Yale, what has stuck out to you about those squads in your review? And also, what do you think will be the biggest keys to pick up another pair of wins by the end of this weekend?
Yeah, I mean, Brown is they have a really talented forward group, especially their top 2 lines. Really dangerous in transition. Alex Pino is a defenseman who's one of the better defensemen in the league that plays a lot of minutes. And so that'll be, we have to make them defend. We have to limit transition hockey. We cannot turn pucks over to the neutral zone. That's the big thing with them. And then, we won't spend time talking about Yale until Saturday morning, but we know internally we played Yale a couple weeks ago, and it was their first game of the year, and it was a little bit lopsided. And since then, Yale's beat Quinnipiac. They beat Omaha last weekend. And they'll obviously be extremely fired up to play us. So 2 challenging games, but 2 games we're excited about at home. The crowds were unbelievable last weekend, and hoping to get more of that come Friday and Saturday night at Thompson.
Right. Well, thanks again very much for coming on the show, Coach. I appreciate it, and I wish you guys luck this weekend.
All right. Thank you very much.
And that was Season 3, Episode 13 of the Inside the Woods podcast. As always, thanks for listening. We'll be back again next week to talk more Dartmouth athletics, so stay tuned. Till then, enjoy the rest of your week.